We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
You have sitting members of the United States Congress who conspired together to orchestrate a video message to members of the United States military, to active duty service members, to members of the national security apparatus, encouraging them to defy the president's lawful orders. The sanctity of our military rests on the chain of command. And if that chain of command is broken, it can lead to people getting killed. It can lead to chaos, and that's what these members of Congress who swore an oath to abide by the Constitution are essentially encouraging.
The political fight in Washington intensified today after U.S. President Donald Trump accused 6 Democratic lawmakers of seditious behavior in a video dispute. Trump said their message urging military and intelligence personnel to refuse illegal orders amounted to treason, calling it punishable by death. The president reposted an article about the video and wrote in all caps on Truth Social, "Seditious behavior, punishable by death." Trump also called the lawmakers traitors and demanded they be locked up, escalating his attacks on political opponents. The video featured 6 Democratic lawmakers who are veterans or former intelligence officials warning troops to uphold the law. The group said that Trump's rhetoric is dangerous and amounts to threats against elected officials who are fulfilling their duty to defend the Constitution.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly,
Representative Chris Deluzio,
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander,
Representative Chrissy Houlihan,
Congressman Jason Crow,
I was a captain in the United States Navy,
Former CIA officer.
former Navy,
former paratrooper and Army Ranger,
former intelligence officer,
former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
who take risks each day.
to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals
Against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath.
to protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad.
But from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law.
Or our Constitution.
We know this is hard.
And that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
In the Army,
Our Navy,
The Air Force.
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution,
And who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Top Democrats say Trump's words could incite violence and confirm they have contacted Capitol Police due to safety concerns for the lawmakers. Democratic leaders Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries said Trump's comments amount to threats that could get people killed in an already volatile climate. Schumer spoke on the Senate floor, saying the President of the United States is calling for the execution of elected officials and warning of dire consequences. He said Trump's language is like lighting a match soaked in gasoline, raising fears about more political violence. The White House denied Trump was calling for executions, but condemned the lawmakers for encouraging military personnel to disobey the chain of command.
President Trump accused 6 Democratic lawmakers of seditious behavior punishable by death. Just to be clear, does the president want to execute members of Congress?
No. Let's be clear about what the president is responding to, because many in this room want to talk about the president's response, but not what brought the president to responding in this way. You have sitting members of the United States Congress who conspired together to orchestrate a video message to members of the United States military, to active duty service members, to members of the national security apparatus, encouraging them to defy the president's lawful orders. The sanctity of our military rests on the chain of command. And if that chain of command is broken, it can lead to people getting killed. It can lead to chaos. And that's what these members of Congress who swore an oath to abide by the Constitution are essentially encouraging. We have 1.3 active duty service members in this country. And if they hear this radical message from sitting members of Congress, that could inspire chaos, and it could incite violence, and it certainly could disrupt the chain of command. These 3 members of Congress, I will also add, knew exactly what they were doing. You look at Alyssa Slotkin. She's a former member of the CIA. Mark Kelly was a captain in the U.S. Navy. Maggie Goodlander was a naval officer, and notably, she is also the wife of Joe Biden's national security former advisor, Jake Sullivan. And so these members knew what they were doing. They were leading into their credentials as former members of our military, as veterans, as former members of the national security apparatus to signal to people serving under this commander-in-chief, Donald Trump, that you can defy him and you can betray your oath of office. That is a very, very dangerous message, and it perhaps is punishable by law. I'm not a lawyer. I'll leave that to the Department of Justice and the Department of War to decide.
However, House Speaker Mike Johnson defended Trump and said the video was wildly inappropriate and dangerous. The clash comes after recent high-profile attacks and assassination attempts that have heightened national concern about escalating extremism.
Families have had to flee their homes. When Donald Trump uses the language of execution and treason, some of his supporters may very well listen. He is lighting a match in a country soaked with political gasoline. Every senator, every representative, every American, regardless of party, should condemn this immediately and without qualification. Because if we don't draw a line here, there is no line left to draw. Who would have thought the President of the United States saying his opponents should be hanged? It's outrageous. No president has ever stooped as low as Donald Trump. None. He has made political violence a feature of his politics. And if we don't draw a line here, there's no line left to draw. And yet today, he crossed yet another line that no democracy can afford to tolerate. He must be condemned forcefully, loudly, and without excuses before someone takes his words as permission to do the unthinkable. Anything less enables the flames of hatred to grow and spread. On affordability. In less than a year, Donald Trump has gone from promising to bring costs down on day one, as he said, to claiming that the word affordable is some kind of new word and even a con job. That's right. Donald Trump doesn't even want to see the word affordable on his teleprompter because it will send him into a tailspin. Poor guy. He can't reduce prices. He doesn't care about prices, but he doesn't want to see the word tailspin. If there was ever ostrich-like behavior, that was it. Here's what he said yesterday at the U.S.-Saudi Investment Forum. Quote, that's the new word they use, affordability. He says, we are bringing prices down, but they came up with a new word, affordability. What the heck is Donald Trump talking about? Does he think affordable is some kind of new made-up fancy word? Doesn't he realize that working and middle-class Americans talk about affordability all the time? I can't afford this, I can't afford that. Is he trying to hide the problem by denying the word? Does he think that rising grocery prices, rising rent, rising health care are all some kind of lie invented by Democrats? Does he think if the word is abolished, that people will then automatically, magically be able to afford all the things they can't afford anymore? When was the last time Donald Trump actually spoke to someone earning a middle-class income or someone who earned minimum wage? If Donald Trump actually spent time talking to real people around the country instead of bragging about ballrooms and jetting around the world in luxury, he'd realize there is nothing made up about the affordability crisis. These kinds of comments from Donald Trump give the game away. He has absolutely no conception of what everyday Americans are going through right now. He's on another planet. It's gotten so bad that he doesn't even want to listen to people talk about rising costs. Here's what he said just a few days after the recent election. I don't want to hear about affordability.